Okay, hey guys. So, as you can see from the title in the video, um, I have a confession to make. I am still not confident. So, I know what you're thinking. You made hella videos in the past on confidence. How are you still not confident? Um, One thing I have to say to that is, I thought I knew what being confident was because of things I was going through at the time. Like at the time, I felt like I was confident because I was able to kind of break out of certain shells and evolve as a person little by little. And I have been evolving. I have been doing things, and stepping out of my shell little by little. But I am still very much not confident. I mean, I think that the thing, that I think the issue with that was that I had a misconception of what being confident was. I'm thinking about confident in the sense that I can walk into somewhere and be okay with how I look and my appearance. And yes, I have gotten more confident in that area. But confidence is bigger than that, and is really there's more to confidence than just your looks. Um, I mean, obviously, but I think that the thing that I realized is that confidence goes into a lot of things, like being a people pleaser, not saying no to certain things, and just putting yourself in certain predicaments. And also it comes to how you talk to people, how you're social. If you being an introvert and not kind of going out and stepping out of your comfort zone. A lot of times, I mean, and then those things you could do those things just because you don't want to. Like sometimes I'll be in the house because I don't want to, but also, sometimes you don't go to events because you don't feel confident. You feel like you're shy and you don't want to. You kind of just don't want to get out and kind of get out of your comfort zone because you feel like you're not. You feel like people won't accept you, or people won't like you, or people won't want to be friends with you and vibe with you. But I think that honestly, um I do need to step out of that, and I think that you guys need to step out of that. If you're watching this, you definitely need to step out of that because that does not get you anywhere. And honestly, there's people who definitely will want to, oh my god, I looked at that light. And there are people who definitely will love you and are ready to meet you, and just friends, like like I feel like I kind of don't even reach out to my friends sometimes because I'm like, oh wow, they wouldn't want to hang out with me. um and they go, I don't know if that would be the case because I haven't tried, like I literally have not tried to like initiate hangouts really in a while. So I think that that's another thing. It's kind of due to my confidence because I'm like, I'm not confident that someone will want to hang out with me, so that kind of prevents me from being social with my friends, and just kind of causes me to isolate myself because I'm just like, nobody wants to hang out with me, so I'm not gonna like try to initiate a hangout session. But honestly, that is definitely not the truth because I feel like a lot of times people invite me to stuff because they feel like, I bring a light to them, or like I bring a light to the hangout, and I'm drinking. So that's why like I'm trying to get out of that mindset of you're not good enough for people to want to hang out with you or stuff, because honestly that's not the case. And I'm sure that's not the case for you either. You just have to realize that and realize, like, think about why you're thinking that way. Because when you think about it, there really is, it's kind of baseless a lot of times. Unless they genuinely said that to you, or they genuinely like made you feel that way. But um, I don't know. Like I feel like a lot of times we kind of psych ourselves into thinking that we're not good enough, and that kind of brings our confidence down. And you have to kind of get out of that and trick your mind into thinking that, not trick your mind, but remind your mind that like of who you are, because sometimes you kind of forget who you are in certain situations, and you kind of just kind of go into a spiral of unconfidence and just um just pessimism. Kind of go in the spiral of pessimism, and you're like, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not this, I'm not that. But honestly, you are all those things, but it's like you can't see it because you're so busy worried about, I guess you're just so busy thinking about things that you want to be that you aren't. I think that there's some things that like you just don't see within yourself because you're so busy trying to, honestly, because you just think you're not good enough. Like a lot of times, like I would think I'm not good enough, and um, it would stop me from doing a lot of things. And I don't know, it's like when you're not being confident, there's like a lot of voices going. When you're not confident, there's a lot of voices going through your head. Like, you're in all seriousness, like there's voices telling you that, like, these are voices telling you that you're not good enough. Like, because this stuff doesn't come out of nowhere. These emotions don't come out of nowhere. Something in your mind is literally telling you that you're not good enough, and you're not this, you're not that. But you have to, like, kind of like not. You kind of gotta shut those out, and tell yourself, like, okay, like, I am this. I am, like, my friends will want to hang out. Like, like, if, like, going back to the friends example, like, my friends do want to hang out with me. Like, I don't know, like, it's like, okay, yeah, my friends will want to hang out with me. Like, I'm gonna hit them up, and we're gonna get a hangout going. Like, I'm gonna try, even if they are busy or something. Like, just try. Like, okay, I'm gonna try to hang out with them and just do things like that, just so, to put that kind of to put that at ease, so you won't think, okay, and then after that you're gonna feel good. You're like, okay, wait, maybe they do want to hang out with me. Wait, maybe they do want to hang out. But you're gonna be, it's gonna put you in a better mood and give you a better perspective of,
I actually meant more
you
so
as a
how people
person.
care about you in your relationships.
Um, I feel like for me, a lot of my confidence is kind of stemmed from when I was younger, because I was really shy. So I feel like that's kind of followed me into now. But here it's on a more grand. It's on a way bigger fuck. It's on a way bigger scale. Like I was just worried about, like, I was kind of to myself, but I wasn't worried about people. But now I'm to myself, and I'm worried about, like, what other people are thinking, or, you know and it's like, I'm worried about what other people are thinking a lot of times. And it's like, you know I'm worried about what other people are thinking. And it's not even just it's even random people. Like, it's not even just people I know, it's random people. And it's like, I could just be at work, and it's like, I'm like, I wonder if I'm fidgeting or something, or, I'm like overly conscious of, like, what I'm doing. I feel like when it gets to that point, you really need to take a look. If you're at that point, you should definitely take a look within yourself to, like, see what's causing this, and see why you think these things. Because I feel like when it gets to that point, it kind of takes over, and it causes you to you kind of go into that thing where, I think that's kind of where it goes into the people pleasing. Because it's like, you feel like you're kind of doing, you try to overcompensate for things that you think you're doing. So you try to overcompensate by saying yes to everything, and just always, because you're not confident in, like, you and what you're doing, your abilities. You feel like you're not being a good friend, or a good partner, or a good, anything. So you try to overcompensate and people please, just so they could get satisfaction from you. But you have to realize that, like, that's not healthy. Like, you have to realize that you are doing things right, and you have to look at what you are doing. And then, unless you're generally not doing anything, then it's like, okay, maybe you do need to do a little more. But I'm saying, like, if you're at the point where it's like, if you're at the point where you are doing enough, and you still don't see that, and you're trying to overcompensate and people please, then it's like, that's going way too far. And you need to definitely, because people pleasing is definitely the biggest sign. Like, it's a negative of, um it's a negative not being confident. Like, people pleasing can put you in so many situations that you don't want to be in. And, like, it can, like, cause you, like, overwork yourself, overexert yourself. If you're tired, you still say yes, just because you don't want to upset that person, you want to please that person. But I feel like at that point, like, you got to realize, okay, this person isn't going to just abandon me because I didn't go to this one thing, or they're not gonna hate me because I didn't go to this one thing. And it's like, I do enough, like, I do enough for them to, still respect me and care about me and love me, even if I don't do this thing. And you can't, like, be like, oh, I owe them this, because if I don't do this, then they're not gonna care about me, and they're not gonna want to be friends with me. You have to be confident in you and your relationships, and, like, okay, we're stronger than just, literally, we're stronger than just this hangout. Like, this hangout is not make or break. Like, it's not that serious. Like, you have to realize things like that. I mean, honestly, I'm learning myself, so I'm still learning stuff. I'm about to literally watch some confidence videos after this. No shit, but yeah, I just I don't know. I've dealt with not being confident for so long, and I think that the thing that irritates me, or the thing that usually happens too, is that when you're not confident, you look back on things you've done, and it's like, wow, I couldn't even like acknowledge this and feel proud about this and feel excited about this because I was too busy beating myself up about me feeling like I'm not good enough, and I wasn't doing like anything right, and that's just a horrible feeling because it's like it's kind of already gone. Like, like when you realize it's like, okay, that moment's kind of over. Sometimes you can realize that too late, and then it's like you can't really get that back onto the next thing, and hopefully you can try to do it next time. But when it gets to that point where it's like, okay, I when it gets to the point where you keep missing out on on these good things that you're doing and these opportunities, you have to take a step back and realize that, okay, I really you need to step back, take a step back, and realize that, okay, there's an issue here because I'm doing all these amazing things and I'm not even like recognizing myself for doing it, and I'm not giving myself credit for doing it. And it's like I'm just still thinking about how I'm not good enough, and it's like, when will I ever be good enough? Even if I do the most amazing thing in the world, when will I be good enough if I keep beating myself up about not being good enough, even if I am doing good enough? And that's a part of confidence that, like, kind of gets really. It's a part about not being confident that gets really hard because it's like it kind of takes a lot of joy out of life and the things you accomplish and the things that you do. And it's like that's why you kind of feel like sometimes it feels like it could feel like you're not doing anything with your life, or you're not being productive enough, or you're not doing enough, but you really are. You just can't see that because you're not confident in yourself and what you're doing. Confident can lead to overthinking, and overthinking can lead to just procrastination or your life not moving, so like moving the speed or just how you want it to move in certain areas. So I feel like, and it can even prevent you from, I think confidence can prevent you from a lot of different opportunities. Like, just like, you being able to meet that friend you want to meet, or just you being able to get that opportunity that you want to get and be able to hang out with your friends, and or even something as little as like someone like the item is on sale and it didn't like it messed up on the register, and now you spending $10 more than you were supposed to spend, because and you just accepting it because you don't want to speak up, and certain things like that. There's things like that too, like that matters too. Like someone's giving you food, or your food is like undercooked, or your food has like mold on it, or your food is messed up. I think that it's just like not fair to yourself just to not speak up about these things, because you're doing a disservice to yourself, and you know you have to care about yourself enough to speak up for yourself and be there for yourself. The best thing you can do for yourself is show up for yourself and let yourself know that like you're doing good, and that you know you're capable of achieving these things, and you're capable of gaining these things, gaining this love from people, gaining this success, gaining this knowledge, gaining anything you want. Like you're like you owe it to yourself to spread love to yourself and let yourself know that you can be confident, and that you can do these things, and that you deserve these things even if you think you don't. I'm learning too, so we can learn together. I think that this is good. We can learn together. Like I'm learning too, so it's like I'm never gonna judge, because who am I to judge? Like you just heard what I was acting like, what I was going through. Like, yeah, I know the level of confidence I'm at right now, so there's no way I'm judging you. So, but yeah, just I just don't want to see you guys. I just think the last thing you should ever do to yourself is doubt yourself, because doubting yourself can prevent you from doing things you want to do, and it can prevent you from success. It can prevent you from just a lot of different situations. You have to always believe that you're good enough to do whatever you want to do, or else it's just gonna make it really harder to live life. So I think this is all for now. I'm gonna delve into this a lot more like as I grow. over the time, and we're gonna have like little mini conversations about this as well. But it's been a while since I made a video like this, so I'm so glad to actually be able to talk and then kind of vent in a way. It's like, I don't know if you're down and you're down on yourself right now. I see you. Stop. This is jere. We don't judge people here at all. So free to make mistakes because I know I'm gonna make some, and just still have a crazy growth journey, a chaotic growth journey, because that's definitely what I'm having. Because I'm back and forth. I kind of I go in different directions. I'm a Pisces, so. But yeah, that's all for today. Um, I hope that you enjoyed and you got something out of this. If you did, I just hope that you're doing well, and just kind of comment just so I can know that it helped you, or just even, it doesn't even have to be a comment, like a big comment, just a smiley face or just something. So kind of know that like this helped you. I hope that, okay. Hope that you know you're loved, and that hope that you know you're loved, and that you have an amazing day, and know that I love you more than everything. And see you in the next video.